Okay, we're connecting now.
Okay, he's
Okay.
back on.
Is he back on?
Yes, I see him.
Is
209.
this him down here?
Yeah, Mr. Christoph, you can rename it if you can. Put his
Yes.
name on there.
Okay.
Okay, and now we are
Sorry, I
live.
held you guys up.
Okay, Doug's there.
All right, Mr. Fannin, we're live, so we can start.
Okay. Oh, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry. All right. Well, the Chester County School Board meeting for September the 13th special meeting will now come to order. I think that we have Miss Jeanette are you on board?
Yes, sir. We need to approve the agenda as presented first, Mr. Shannon.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda as presented.
Mr. Shannon, I move that
Yeah.
we approve the agenda as it has been presented to us.
And I second.
Motion has been presented and seconded that we approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. All opposed, like sign. There being none, that motion carries. The agenda is approved as written. Now, is the next order of business is for Ms. Jeanette to make her presentation?
Yes, sir. Thank you, board members, and thank you for agreeing to this time with us. This should not take long at all. When we passed the first reading of the budget in May, at the time, I had the most recent numbers. The county has just gone through reassessment, but updated numbers were not available at that time. If you'll recall, we are allowed to increase operational millage under Act 388 by the consumer price index, which was 1.37% or 1.23%, and we actually had a population growth of 0.4, yielding us an increase of 1.37%. That is the budget millage that we approved in both first and second reading. It would show an increase from 209.9 to 212.8. And remember, this is an operational increase, so it is not on homeowner occupied homes. Because the budget was built on that millage increase and the calculation using reassessment numbers in our growth from our 2021, I would recommend we leave the millage at the percentage that was approved in the budget, so we don't have to redo the budget. Basically, we would not have to make changes to the budget, and then take into account reassessment figures when we're calculating the 22-23 budget.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there a motion that we would approve the action that Mrs. Jeanette has suggested?
Well,
Mr.
are you
Chairman.
going to ask for discussion first, sir?
No, make the motion and then discuss it. The motion needs to be made first and then we discuss it.
All
So I'm
right.
going to make the motion. I make a motion that we the approval of the 2021-2022 operational millage increase that has been presented by Ms. Jeanette.
I second.
Motion has been made and seconded that we approve the operational budget information as presented by Ms. Jeanette. Is there any discussion? Now we'll have discussion.
I know what I have is a question. Do the ESSER funds in any way, shape, or form change the budget or what we can do with the funding?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Okay.
Because the general fund, this is operational millage on the general fund only, Ms. Fort.
Yes, ma'am.
And the ESSER funds are being used for things really over and above, like our interventionist, like our HVAC repairs, our flooring, technology, things like that, that we would pay over and above general fund expenditures.
All right. So general fund doesn't handle technology.
Typically, no, ma'am. What has happened in the past, Ms. Fort, is the board has passed the short-term SCAGO bonds to do technology. But
Right.
if you recall, you as a board voted on the one in the spring that we're doing the furniture for the elementary and middle schools. And then
Right.
you approved an adjustment to that just last month that will use money to go into capital for the building of the Career Center, which is our 8% capacity.
I remember that. And after we went to that conference in Charleston, what they pointed out was ESSER could be used for furniture. And that's what they said. I had the presentation here. So I was very interested in that and just wondered if that was a possibility that we could use that. But since it's not part of it right now, we can discuss that as the year goes on.
Yes, ma'am. I was unaware that we could buy furniture with ESSER funds.
Well, they say
certainly-
we can use it as also as Perkins money.
Well, now I can see that, but right now our CAPE programs get sufficient Perkins money to do, because they also get some Education Improvement Act money for CAPE programs, career and technology programs. So right now they're operating within their budget capacity for both state and federal. They also have some general fund money as well. So yeah, I've not seen anything that said you can use ESSER money for furniture. I'm sorry.
Well, looking through the notes right now, and I don't see it right this second, but that was one of the notes I took. But thank you for the information.
Absolutely, Ms. Ford, if you'd be glad to share it with me, I would certainly look into it, but I have not seen anything that indicates. They've also said they've strongly discouraged, but the federal level especially, doing any renovations and new construction with ESSER money as well, because you know, the primary focus of the ESSER money, which again is over and above general fund that we're talking about now, is for learning loss. So the direction for learning loss is the primary focus. So with our interventionist and things like that, and then with trying to do, I'm having computer issues myself here, so hold on a second. I don't want to cut off.
I don't want to see us trying to mix two different sets or pots of money together if we're not supposed to. The ESSER funds are used just for the pandemic relief, and I think that's what we need to keep it that way. We don't need to start mixing it with our regular general fund money.
Come here. According to that conference, it can be used for more than that.
Come on, wash my hands. Your dad can come get you.
But we'll talk about it later.
Well, I'm giving an update, so we'll talk about it then at the next meeting.
That is
Ms.
fine.
White, did you have a comment?
No, I think she might
that
be speaking with someone else.
Satisfactory report?
Excuse me, sir.
I said, is that satisfactory
Absolutely.
for your?
because there's so
Is there-
much money involved in ESSER and there's so little time to spend it that you have, and it's mostly, you're correct, it's mostly used for HVAC and tearing up tile and tearing up carpet to make it easier to keep the buildings clean. But it also had some other things considering school repairs and improvements to enable Operation School to reduce the risk of virus, which meant doors, windows, and roofs. And I'm only going by the notes that they said. And
Sure.
the people that presented this were connected with the same people that presented our presentation on the bonding.
Yes. Is there any further discussion? The motion, if there's no further discussion, the motion has been made and seconded that we approve the, could you restate that for me, please? I'm not looking at notes right now.
Yes, sir, I'd be glad to.
Ms. Jeanette?
Yes, to approve the millage for operations for the current year budget 21-22 at 212.8 mils.
Motion has been made and seconded that we approve the operational millage as Ms. Jeanette has presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. There being none, that passes unanimously.
Mr. Shannon,
Now.
sorry to interrupt. Miss White was muted. I was unable to unmute her on my end. She'll have to do it on her end. Don't know if you have to vote again.
Okay.
I'm so
Is she
sorry.
online now?
My apologies.
Are you online now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm I've fouled this thing up so far. I couldn't see whether you were there or not. But
Right.
okay, the motion has been made and
Yes,
seconded.
And I vote
that
aye.
we-
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
The motion has been. We'll vote completely again. The motion has been made and seconded that we approve the operational millage as presented by Ms. Jeanette. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, like sign. There being none, that motion is approved. It passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Now, is there other information on the agenda?
No, sir. Adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Is there? The motion is made that we adjourn, and since we didn't start it with a motion, we can adjourn by acclamation. And that's what we're going to do now. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Doug.
Have a good evening.